Welcome everybody to the Moji and Martin Show. Great to have you here again. Thank you for coming on back to episode 3. And we're here to provide a little bit of education and entertainment. So, Moji, how you been, my friend? He's feeling good. He's feeling fine in his own way and style, in the only way that Moji knows how to do it. Excellent, my friend. I've actually got a question for you, because I had a comment that said you were looking particularly youthful in the last episode. Now, they weren't saying you weren't looking youthful in the pilot episode, but there was just something a little bit different. Maybe you changed your hair, new glasses maybe. And they were just wondering, what was the secret? What's the secret to your youthfulness? There it is, people. Hot off the press, world exclusive. Been keeping active, keeping fit, looking after himself. Excellent work, and what an excellent, if not staged, segue to our episode today. Brilliant stuff. We're going to talk to you a little bit about being active and being fit during these extraordinary times, because, you know, in lockdown it kind of has that sense that we're all not really going out, not doing stuff, not being very active, and everybody knows that, you know, that's not going to be good for you in the long run. So we're going to see if we can help you along with some ideas, and maybe even give you some facts about what's going on and what you can do. So we're going to keep it. Let's start with the foundation, shall we? Let's start with the basics. Okay. Before getting active, let's make sure, just like we were talking about last week with our vegetable patch, let's get some healthy eating going, okay? Don't be too tempted to just snack on the delightful stuff, but make sure, you know, you've got a balanced diet. So a bit of healthy eating, not all leaves, and stay hydrated. That's right. You know, because actually most people are dehydrated, and dehydration has a massive effect on both your body physically and your mental state. It affects your energy levels, it affects your sleep, it affects pretty much everything. And given that we are made up, you know, the majority of us are made up of actual water, it's good if we actually top that up and make sure that we've got enough to keep our body, our muscles, our mind active. Right, okay, so with those foundations in place, you know, let's check out some exercise and fitness, because actually there's a mindset thing here as well about what we contemplate fitness or being active or working out or exercise, what that actually is, and how we define that can sometimes get in our own way. So let's start with a really basic thing: walking. So yeah, we can walk, right? In the UK, we're allowed to go out once a day. Okay, and we can go for a walk. Now, I know in some areas, in some countries, it's a bit different. I was talking to somebody the other day, and their rules and things are being relaxed, and now they can actually walk within 500 meters of their house. So different lockdowns are very different at the moment. But if you can get out, see, feel the sun on your face. Get some fresh air, get a little bit active, just get the body moving. It's not about, you know, you don't have to be working out 100%. It's just about moving, because that has a massive effect. Again, not just physically, but mentally, especially during these times. So a simple walk, if you can do it, just a simple walk. And, you know, if you've got a little bit more energy, like Moji has, he's a pretty good runner. Yeah, go for a run, go for a jog. You know, and if you want to do something that's slightly different on that tangent, just go for a bike ride. If you've got a bike, go for a bike ride. And in fact, all of these things, maybe you could go for a walk or a run or a bike ride, not just by yourself, but you could go with the people that are in your family, and the people that are in your house. Why don't you start a new tradition, a new habit of going for a family walk or a family bike ride, or even a family jog? And you never know, because habits build. The more you do them, it just becomes part of your routine. And if it's a healthy habit that you're creating, then you're going to want to keep doing that. So when we're actually out of these times, you're going to want to savor that family walk or that family jog or that family bike ride. You're going to make sure that you keep it within your routine. And that can only be a good thing. You know, maybe it wasn't there before, but this is your chance to create new habits. Now, I know some of you, don't have the luxury of being able to go out. Maybe you are confined to your house and your garden. So, you can still go for a walk in your garden. The greatest example of this is obviously Captain Tom. What a legend. The dude, 99 years old, 100 laps of his garden, raising over £20 million. It kind of asks, what's your excuse? We can go for a walk. Now, maybe we're not doing it for a fundraiser. Maybe we could do. But just going around your garden, that's a simple thing to do. Simple thing to do. And it just gets you out, gets you active, gets the sun on your face, like I said, get some fresh air. But maybe, what else? There's a lot of families that I know have got trampolines for the kids. Well, did you know that trampolining is 68% more effective in terms of fitness than running? Did you know that 10 minutes of trampolining can be the equivalent of a hard run for 30 minutes? Why don't you have some fun? Bounce. Don't let the kids just have the fun. Why don't you get involved as well? Maybe even set up some kind of tag team, maybe a competition of sorts. And I'll tell you now, it's hard work, but it's fun. What else have we got? Hula hoop. Anyone got one of those hanging around the house because of the kids? I tell you what, make exercise fun. Try and do hula hooping. Personally, I ain't great at it. Moji here, superstar. And my kids, they're pretty good at it too. But you know what? Just give it a go. Just have some fun with it, okay? Just have some fun. Now, I know some of you are now saying, Martin, yeah, that's great, but I don't have a garden. I get it. I totally understand. So now we're into the realms of, well, what can I do inside? Well, you know what? You can still walk around 100 laps of your living room or your dining room or whatever it is. Do it. You can do that. You can make a game of it. You can create an obstacle course. You can create goals of doing that. If you've got stairs, if you've got access to stairs, up and down the stairs. I was reading the other day that, again, it was the elderly showing us what to do. An elderly lady was actually climbing the equivalent of a mountain by going up and down her stairs. What a legend. Again, this doesn't have to be difficult, hard things. It's just using the resources around you. It's being, as I always say, it's not about the resources, it's about being resourceful. And so, yeah, we can do this. And maybe it's about stretches, maybe it's about yoga or Pilates, maybe it's about, dialing it down a little bit. So it's not so strenuous, but it's actually still has a massive benefit to your mind and your body. Calming it down, doing some stretching, doing some flexibility work. And you know what? If all else fails, there's always a dance party. Trust me, dance for 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes and you'll get a sweat on. and you'll feel it in the morning. So, make stuff fun. Now, there are also a group of you out there that are like, basically, if it ain't raining, it ain't training. If you don't feel the burn, if you're not pumping the iron, do you even lift? And I get it, because I've actually been in that place as well. And when I was very ill, it was years ago, what's got in my way was my definition of exercise. I was told, look, you need to get out and be more active and get exercise, because of my depression and all that kind of stuff. And I got in my own way because I was like, well, unless I can go and work hard in a gym for an hour, then, is it really training? Is it really exercise? Well, of course it is. A simple walk is exercise. And actually, it was a daily habit of a simple walk that transformed the way my mind was working and my body during those times. So again, it's the simple stuff. But I know we've got some heavyweights in here. And they're going, well, I haven't got access to the same equipment. I haven't got access to the same gym. So, I can't do what I usually do. And I get that, right? Because we get a massive buzz from this kind of stuff. So if you don't have the weights, and some of us do, in which case, carry on. It's all good. It's like, what else can you do? you've got to be a bit more creative about this. And, you know, if your gym owners aren't helping you through this, then, you know, we've got to kind of figure out, well, what can we do then? And I also know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Martin, you're a great coach, you're a great speaker and an author and all that kind of stuff. You love well-being, but Martin, you're not a personal trainer. Why are you talking about this stuff? Well, let me get you in on a little bit of a secret. Well, it's not much of a secret because people who know me know about this. But you know, I've had my time in the sporting arena. I've done the football, I've done the rugby, I've done the basketball. I was actually an athlete for a great many years, one of the best high jumpers in the country and a damn good sprinter. I actually, you know, I grew up, this was my Bible. This was the Bible, and anybody who knows anything about the fitness stuff, you know, if you've got this, you know you're serious about it. This is a big chunky, this is the Bible on body and exercises. Good old Arnold. And whilst we're on the subject of books, right? So I wouldn't have that if I wasn't into it, okay? Sly as well, another one of my role models. Look, this guy, Sly Moves, great book. It's got stuff about his story, which is brilliant, always entertaining, but it's got lots of exercises in it. His favourite ones, the ones that really got him into shape and the ones that he uses still. And it doesn't all use equipment. And there's actually a great section where his wife takes you through exercises for women too. So highly recommend that. You know, I'm not going to get paid for this, but I'm just giving you a little bit of insight into, you know, the sorts of resources maybe you could get whilst we're in lockdown. And this guy, right? Bear Grylls, what a legend. Yeah? Functional fitness. No one's going to beat this guy in the wild. He's got incredible fitness. It's not all about bulging muscles and all that kind of stuff. You know, Arnie and Sly are incredibly fit. This guy takes fitness in a different direction. So again, you know, maybe you want to have a little look at something like that. So you know, there's some ideas. But when it comes back to, you know, body weight, you can use your body weight as, you know, it's the best tool you've got in terms of exercise. And just to prove it, you know, he's pretty good at pull-ups if you can, you know, figure out how you could do those in the house. But this was from Men's Fitness a few years back. And the whole program, I mean, you know, 14-day fat burner, but, you know, I'm not sure you're going to get abs like that if you haven't ever done exercise before. But you know what? It was all body weight. And I actually put this to the test a few years back. So I went from actually a period of not doing anything to doing this. And what are you doing? I don't know what to say. Anyway, I put this to the test, and I have to say the results were astounding. It really, really did open. Moji, please take that down. Thank you. I don't know where you got it from, but we don't need to see that. Auntie Mabel has just had a heart attack, and I think some people have just gone blind. You know, not even my wife has seen that. Tell you, he was mischievous last time. I mean, that's like a red card. Anyway, yes, those were some of the results from that body weight program. So it does demonstrate that actually this stuff works. And maybe you do get a little bit, you know, you can go online and look at this stuff and do some really simple stuff. But you know what, if you want to take it to the next level, if you want to actually have that accountability, if somebody's not helping you out right now, go and speak to my man, Ed Mops, and his wonderful wife, Sarah, because these guys not only own a physical gym, but they're doing a lot of online classes right now, and they build a family, okay? You know, this is very, very different stuff. He's a professional athlete. What this dude, you know, he's doing right there, body weight exercise, burpees, one of the, you know, torturous things, one of the most torturous things you can do. Well, this dude, he was doing 1,000 of them for charity, and actually he's now going to be doing 2,000 of them. So until you can do 1,000 or 2,000 burpees, I kind of suggest, you know, giving body weight exercise a try, because trust me, it ain't a walk in the park. So give Ed a call, and you know what, he can hold you accountable if you need that. So we've covered a lot today. You know, it's been a bit of a longer session, but I really do hope it's been enjoyable and entertaining. There was a rather, you know, unexpected guest in the middle there. I will be having words with Moji. But, you know, during this lockdown period, it's important that we we have self-care, that we take care of each other, but also ourselves. And one of those things is staying active. And we can do that outside in the garden, we can do that inside, and we don't have to do it in the formal traditional ways that maybe we're used to. Maybe you just get a little bit more creative, and with your families and people around you, maybe make it a little bit more fun and something you can do together. And trust me, when it's been made fun and when you do it together, then that can have a massive impact, more than just the exercise itself. So until next time, thank you ever so much for tuning in. Hope you've enjoyed it. And as we always say, from Moji and me, please do stay safe.